In the beginning of time, the world was kept in order by the divine elements of creation and destruction. Two gods held providence over the human race. As they watched over their kin, the gods came to believe that the humans, in their floundering youth, were too naive and ignorant to develop their own civilization. It was then that the gods sent two races to guide the humans, known as the Gaia, through their mortal turmoil. The Deva, embodiment of light, were sent by the god of creation, while the Asura, incarnation of darkness, were sent by the god of destruction. When they arrived in the land of the Gaia, the Deva and Asura brought with them two religions. The religion of the Deva was called Brighton, in honor of their master, the god of creation. The Asura called their religion Shade, in honor of their master, the god of destruction. Unsure about the future of their race, the Gaia slowly came to trust the Deva and the Asura. With this trust came the sharing of religions, and soon the Gaia adopted a religion of their own, called Terra. With this newfound faith, the Gaia sought to become one with the land and all its inhabitants. Guided by the belief in a greater purpose, the three races built a prosperous civilization and settled into a time of peace. This is the legend of how the modern age came to be. All was changed when the witch appeared. It is not known where she came from, only that she possessed a commanding presence and remarkable charisma. This woman preached venomously against the sanctity of the legend handed down from olden times, and claimed that the history of the Gaia was riddled with lies and half-truths. Armed with the belief that the Deva and the Asura were not truly the descendants of the gods, the woman claimed that the three races were not meant to coexist. According to her teachings, their great civilization was not the result of divine intervention, but solely the work of the people. The woman's charisma and resolve led many listeners to see reason in her words, and many joined her cause. The woman was not armed only with her words, however. Rumors swirled that she possessed untold power, dark magic that could kill in an instant, tame any creature, and even raise the dead. Thus the woman was branded the three existing religions of Brighton, Shade, and Terra shared one common thread, the belief that only the gods possess the right to create and destroy life. The teachings of the witch, however, threatened this belief. Empowered by self-righteous conviction, the devout disciples of the witch rebelled against the existing religions and murdered all who stood in their way. As brother turned against brother, the world of the Gaia was thrown into chaos. All that they held dear, everything that the three races had worked so hard to create, was trembling on the edge of oblivion. It was then that the Gaia, Deva, and Asura formed an alliance to undo what the witch had done. All were forbidden to speak of the witch or her teachings. Every town and village that had once given her shelter was burned to the ground. The brutal witch hunt had begun. There are many stories as to how the witch was captured. All of them involve a single man, a Gaia warrior who led the charge against the witch and her disciples. Tall was his name, and it was he who brought the witch to justice. Upon her capture, the woman was sentenced to death. By dawn, the witch was burned alive. Though many of her disciples shared the same fate, others scattered across the land like wind-blown leaves and vanished. In the following years, the world of the Gaia returned to a state of uneasy peace. The witch was dead, but the damage was done. The three races were divided. The Deva and the Asura, once allies of the Gaia, have settled into their own lands, their attention on their own concerns. No longer do they share their religions with one another. No longer does the ideal civilization exist. "10 years have passed since the end of the Great Witch Hunt. Rumors run rampant that disciples of the witch have risen once again. Among the people of the Gaia, an unknown force compels many to seek out her teachings with renewed interest. Some believe the teachings of the witch are nothing more than the mumblings of a long-dead heretic. Others, however, believe something more sinister is at work. Slowly, like the rumbling of an approaching storm, the threat of civil war is emerging once more. History now risks repeating itself. This is the tale of 6 unlikely heroes who share uncommon backgrounds. They will soon begin a journey to uncover the truth behind the witch's return, and, unknowingly, set in motion the events that will intertwine their destinies and determine the fate of their world.